Good evening and welcome to our Covenant Healthcare sponsored pregame show on Bay County TV. Jeff Doan and Mike Wisdala. Here we are, Coach. It's basketball season.
Wow, well, that offseason, where'd that go, Jeff? Here we are. We're back into high school basketball, and we'll be covering a lot of good games, and we got a good one to start out this year, too, here at Bay City Western.
We absolutely have some fun. Got some excitement going on at halftime as well, so I think we picked a great night to be out here.
Well, we certainly did, and, the Midland Chemics are coming into Auburn, Jeff, and, I was thinking about it the other day. I think the second biggest rival that Bay City Western has is Midland High, being so close out here in Auburn and Midland, just like 5 miles away. So you put Bay City Central 1 and Midland High at 2. That's a good rivalry for the Western Warriors.
It is fun indeed, and as we look at the Midland High Chemics, their season has not started off great. They have only been able to dent the win column one time, and that was a victory over Bay City Central.
Yeah, they're 1-4. They had that big win over Bay City Central at Bay City Central. They're 1-1 in the Valley, Jeff. So, it's early in the year. We're just a week away from Santa Claus coming to town. So, and we've talked many times that how goofy the schedule can be with Thanksgiving. You're starting in that time, and Christmas, you're starting with that. So you got to do a lot of adjustment. But I tell you what, when January rolls around and the holidays are over, boy, there's a lot of basketball being played.
Well, and we've talked in the past, basketball's kind of a unique sport where you get the preseason work, you get 6-7 games in, and then you get that break over the holiday. You might get one game in, but you might go 10 days with just one game. But, boy, once the regular season begins after the first of the year, it's all systems go.
Yeah, and then you got to worry about the kids eating too much of that Christmas turkey and ham and things like that. But, you still have practices during that time. And a lot of teams will schedule scrimmages during the Christmas break just to keep them sharp. But you're absolutely correct. Once that holiday season is over and the kids get back to school, man, it is we always call it a marathon, but it's a quick marathon in January and February.
Well, and it's 2.5 months, but the 10-day break gives you a chance to heal up a little bit.
It does. It gives you a chance to heal up, work on some things, and there's something about not having to go to class, working with the kids, and, you don't have the schoolwork so much as you do during when you're back in school. So it's not a bad time, but it just kind of, the schedule gets a little bit goofy.
But for the Western Warriors on their part, they're 2-3 on the year, 0-1 in the Valley, wins over Reese and Swan Valley on the year. So, again, Coach, Willie Wilton got this team, and Willie is trying to get things in line right now, and I love the energy that he brings to this game, and the team plays hard for him.
Yeah, that's a really good record, Jeff, early in the year, and they're just starting to get going, and they've had some nice wins. Reese is pretty good. Swan Valley's always put a good team together. So, and, they had to go on the road and lost a couple games, so they're battle-tested early, home and away. So let's see what the Warriors bring on the floor tonight.
Well, there should be a really good crowd for this game tonight. We are excited about the possibilities. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. The best is yet to come. That about puts the wraps on our Covenant Healthcare sponsored pregame show. All the game action in just a minute on BCTV.
Your heart drives you forward. And it's your heart that drives the Covenant Center for the Heart to be on the forefront of next-generation heart treatments, like minimally invasive valve replacements and advanced procedures for AFib. For the very young and the young at heart, depend on our experts at the most preferred health system. Choose extraordinary. Choose Covenant Healthcare.
Good evening and welcome to the kickoff classic of our 25-26 basketball season. Jeff Doan and Mike Wisdala, glad to have you along. Nick Page producing, directing, and filming tonight, as we are in for a fun matchup tonight between Western and Midland.
Three Stooges are back together again, my friend.
Certainly. So there's the tip-off, and Shepherdson is skyscraper up there.
Yeah, he's a big kid. Looks like he's about 6'8".
Yep, and it's like, where do you end up finding these 6'8" kids? Why can't Central and Western get? Zay Hardwick doing a nice job with an excellent feed that time from Sidock. And the Warriors get off to an early 2-0 lead.
Looks like the Warriors are coming out with a 2-3 half-court trap right there, Jeff. We used to call that when I was coaching the squeeze. We'd bring those two front guards up, kind of squeeze the ball carrier and try to get the turnover.
Well, and when the ball was inbounded, they kind of were sitting back closer to the three-point line, and then they kind of inched their way up and caused that 10-second turnover. What a great start on both ends of the floor for the Western Warriors.
Midland's going to come out in their 2-3 matchup zone.
Hardwick in the corner right now, going to Calm. Wide open in the corner, tickling the twine on the trifecta.
Boy, that looked good from up here. We saw that the whole way, Jeff, and nice job by the Warriors going up 5-0 early here in the first quarter.
So they set up a screen to break that half-court press. The extra pass, Western's defense responded very well on closeout. And they're going to call that. I didn't know. I had to wait to see if they were going to call a travel or if they were going to call a foul, and they got the foul.
They're going to call that on the floor before he got the shot off. The foul's on number 13 for the Warriors. Andy Robbins, his first, team first. 6:53, Jeff, here in the first quarter.
So the Western Warriors with the first 5 points on the board here in the first quarter. And when you look at Midland for the year, you know, if they get to 60, that's about the range that they're going to be. Shepherdson trying to turn around. He really got closed out. Hartwig with a slap and a great closeout. The Warriors playing with great energy early on.
Yeah, they're very active, Jeff, on the defensive end of the floor. You can see their feet are moving, their hands are moving. Just had a little bit of a water bottle come out onto the floor. Didn't see where that came from, but they got it off the floor quick.
Came off the bench. Look at the Warriors closing in on the corner.
Oh, they're going to call a foul.
And, boy, that's a tough break for Western because they had that double team. Looked like they had the turnover. And just that quick, a couple of team fouls here. 1:16 into our first quarter. There's Hardwick with a steal, and you know what he's going to do. He's going to go up and slam a jammer. As he's got some hops. That's a kid that comes from the east side. Many thought would go to Central. Comes out here to Western, and he's a player.
Well, that was a nice dunk, and then we got timeout on the floor, Jeff.
6:34 left in the first. Western 7, Midland nothing. Back in a moment on BCTV.
For over 75 years, Frank's Great Outdoors has served as the Great Lakes Bay region's premier hunting, fishing, and outdoor shopping destination. What started in the mid-1940s as a roadside bait and tackle stand has now blossomed into a 30,000 square foot outdoorsman's dream shopping location. Stop by the store located at 1212 North Huron Road in Linwood or shop online at franksgreatoutdoors.com to find everything you need to get your next outdoor adventure started.
Back here on Bay County TV, Coach Willie Williams got at least show a smirk here with the 7-0 lead here a minute and a half into the game.
Yeah, it's always nice to get off to a great start, Jeff, in front of your home fans here on a big night going on here at Bay City Western, and the Warriors up early 7-0.
It's got to be a big night tonight. TV5 found out that Bay County TV was going to be in the house, so they said, we got to be part of this as well.
I remember when they used to follow us all the time.
That was back in the old days.
Art Neal.
Yep. And another great extra pass going to number 3. Chance Sidak with the deuce and a 9-0 lead.
Midland's got to try to find something to do about this 2-3 matchup zone. Just lots of pressure by the Chemics.
Well, you can always, if you get that double team, you got to look opposite for the skip pass. And that was kind of a forced shot underneath as the Western defense has been stifling. Zay Hardwick looking up for the 3, just a little bit off the mark. Boy, he looked at that, thought it was good leaving his hands. I like to see those kids follow those shots all the way to the hole. You run right into your own rebound often. As Western defense, they're extended 28 feet from the basket. They're giving up nothing, Gwiz, early on.
Yeah, they're very active on the defensive end of the floor, Jeff. Chemics are only coming away with one shot on offense.
There's that pass to Sidak underneath, and he ends up, as the defense closes out on Hardwick, Sidak going to the hole, found a seam, and kisses it off the glass for the deuce.
And nice patience by Hardwick on that fast break. And we'll talk about breaks a little bit later in the game. So It's not always a fast break. It's always under control.
Now there is the first basket of the game. Shepherdson did a great job. Felt the double team coming, got rid of the ball in time for an easy layup for the first deuce.
That was their best offensive series of the game so far for the Chemics. Good rotation right there by the Warriors. That's a good shot, Jeff. He got a good look at it. He sat on it, and it's a reboundable shot for the Warriors.
Well, and he had his feet set. He was ready to rock with that shot, and that was right on line. It was just a little bit long, and a long shot going up from Bennett Smith from 25. You got to think you'll get that shot whenever you want it. Boy, underneath that shot is trying to attempt a pass on the backside going to Jenkins, and the ball goes out of bounds. It'll go back over to the Western Warriors.
Yeah, right idea, Jeff. Just didn't execute it right there. Taking it out of bounds, Zeph Williams for the Warriors. 4:20 to go here in the first quarter. Warriors up big, 11-2.
So Stewart gets that ball up top, and now they move into the offensive set. As that attempt going to Zay Hardwick. Zay was up into the rafters ready to change the light bulb. But
the old jump stop right there.
Pump faking the jump stop. Hardwick back at the other end. Ends up on the floor, but second shot also missed that time by Robbins. Quickly back down the floor. Nice little 6-0 run for Midland after the timeout to get back in this game with 3:49 left in the first.
Yeah, got themselves right back in with a couple easy baskets, Jeff. We're patient and got some good looks.
As a little Euro step, as they call it, and the ball goes off of the Midland High Chemics last. It'll go back over to the Western Warriors, right down in front of the end of the bench on the Midland High side.
Looking good out here at Western, Jeff. Nice floor. Everybody's got the brown and gold on tonight for the big event going on at halftime. We'll talk about that a little bit later also.
Yep, there's a very good crowd on hand here for a pre-Christmas game. There's a lot going on, but boy, they want to stop. Great pass.
That was a pass.
Perfect pass that time to number 15, Jackson Jenkins.
I heard him call his name out. Jenkins, it's coming to you, brother.
Yes, indeed. You got to love that. He'll definitely say, oh, yeah, that was definitely a pass.
You'll hear about that in films tomorrow, too.
Hartwig with a great job with the hands to knock that ball away. Little stutter step as they skip backside. Shot going up from Stewart just off the mark.
Yep, good call.
Very, very active on the glass, and they are going to get Robbins for a little hand into the small of the back.
Yeah, that was a good call. You could see it from up here. It wasn't a big push, but it was enough to get him off his game. So
when you can see the body language of people, when the word I use is displaced. When your body is moved and altered or displaced, that makes it an easy call for the official.
Yep, you're exactly right.
2:50 and counting left in the first. There again, they've figured out how to break that pressure by bringing a screen up and continuing the dribble.
Yep.
He got into trouble the first time he got caught with a 10-second because he picked up his dribble.
And the idea is to get him right across the 10-second line and stop him and make him go back towards the 10-second line. Then everybody else kind of spreads out and plays a little bit man to looking for that long pass.
Well, and when you can get them just across that line is the tickle and the twine on the trifecta for Bennett Smith. You can use that half-court line as your third defender.
Exactly. That's what that squeeze play is all about. Good cut by Hardwick right there to the middle of the floor.
Boy, great look on the backside. That's the right pass to Colm. Colm couldn't get the shot to drop, but now the ball goes out of bounds. But Western active hands defensively. How about Coach Sherman down there? Just tips the old toe down to the floor, lets that ball ride right up to his hip like he's done that once before.
I'm sure he's picked up a basketball like that about 10,000 times in his life. We've all done that.
Oh, Hardwick just missed that entry-level pass, and he is definitely playing tough man defense. And again, hands up, don't reach.
Yep.
Why are you reaching when you've got people there? Arms out, arms up. You've got them trapped. You got the sideline there, and you reach in and you bail out the offensive player.
And they were in a perfect spot. Midland puts the ball down in that corner quite a bit, Jeff. And so they've got to quit throwing it down in that corner. That's a perfect place to trap.
as the ball is inbounded. Oh, he was not looking that time, and that should have been an over and back. But we got Shepherdson with the rebound and the putback. There is a break for the Midland High Chemics.
Boy, they're right back in this game. 13-11, Jeff. $1:45 and counting to go here in the first quarter from Western High School.
A little 11-2 run for Midland to answer the 11-0 run from Western to start the game. Moving that ball around. Great look inside with the extra pass. And Western just pressing a little bit right now, and the shots aren't falling.
Good look by Weston. Had good shots. You're right. Just not going down here in this stretch.
There's another long three ball.
Don't look now.
Listen who?
Madsen Shepherdson.
Okay, it's done. Another Shepherdson. As he ends up making things happen. And there's another shot up, and Western has just gone stone cold after scoring the first 11. As they come right now, and missed shot, the rebound comes down, and Hardwick has that ball bounce right back into his lap as we're 45 seconds and counting left in the first. Shepherdson coming down the court, flips that ball back. Hardwick with another rejection, his second of the first quarter. And there's a long three ball. Bennett Smith tickling the twine on the trifecta.
Wow.
It's 17-13, Midland on top.
They get off the bus in the parking lot and they're ready to shoot the rock.
Yeah, there's no towing up to that 19-9 anymore.
No.
14 seconds left in our first quarter. Back up top to Hardwick. Trying to move that ball around. Kohani back up top. Hits. Sends it back over to Hardwick. They got to burp this thing up. And they don't get it off as they went into the middle. And that got slapped away by Lind at the end of one. 17-13, Midland on top over Western. Back in a moment on BCTV. Village Towing and Auto Repair of Kaukaulin and Bay City is here to help you in your hour of need with fast and friendly service. With over 30 years of towing experience, we know how to get the job done quickly and safely. From big to small, we do it all. Give us a call at 989-684-9607 for all your towing needs. Back on BCTV, ready to roll with our second quarter.
Wow.
And again, a 17-2 run for Midland as they certainly answered that early 11-0 run for Western.
Well, they burped up a few threes and made a few of those, Jeff. You make a three, that gets you right back into the basketball game.
I like the look of the skip pass, but boy, it was Kloa. Saw that coming, read it, and nearly had the pick off, but it knocked the ball out of bounds.
Yeah, Bennett Smith has done a nice job shooting a three. Also, number 11, Madsen Shepherdson has done a nice job giving the Midland Chemics a 4-point lead just to start the second quarter.
The Westerns just got to settle down after things came easy to them. It looked like there was a lid on the basket for the next 4 minutes.
Well, they're not getting bad-looking shots either, Jeff. Those are good looks, but they're just not going down for them right now.
Well, and they're not rushing the shots. They're squared up. Their feet are set, but just not able to find a hole. Now they're coming down the floor on the other end in a controlled transition for the transaction. As Stewart sends that ball all the way around the horn. And Stewart says, I think we're going to reset the offense.
Well, they're doing a nice job, are the Chemics.
Well, the Chemics are closing out on the wing shots. And Stewart there just going up over Lind. And Lind affected that shot. He may have got a fingertip on it.
Well, you know, he's 6'8", but he's got a 7-foot wingspan too, Jeff. And, you know, he's a little bigger when I was watching him in warm-up. He's not as skinny as I thought he was. He's got a nice build on him for a 6'8" kid.
Yep, and that little southpaw look, you know, the ball takes off from a different angle out of his hand. But he, from about anything outside of about 9 feet, he's not real effective as a shooter.
Yeah,
he's a close to the basket guy.
Yes.
One and done as Stewart comes up on the other end. Another great pass as the missed shot opportunity that time by number 0, Jack Gillis. So the extra pass again as Western closes out very well defensively.
Playing man-to-man now, Jeff, down 4. They went to man-to-man coming out of that second quarter break.
And I like the fact that they shut him down, but just finding a way as Wilson Kloa gets that mid-range jumper and lets it fly. There's another errant shot, but the putback by Gillis a little bit strong as well. Western's gone stone cold from the floor.
Well, you know what? That happens, Jeff. You just got to keep doing what you do best and keep shooting the rock, and eventually it's going to fall.
Yeah, they're certainly running the offense well, and the shot selection is good. And just a little bit rushed. Bennett Smith probably had a little more time than he thought.
Yeah.
And could not get that shot to fall.
Sometimes you get too wide open.
As Stewart in the corner had a look, but he looked up and he saw 7-foot wingspan in front of him going, nah, I'm not going there. Great shot going to the hole that time. Sidak didn't get the shot to drop. He'll get 2 at the line.
You know, I like the way Sidak took it to the rack. Jeff didn't drop his head. He's going to get reward. He's going to be shooting 2 free throws, down 6 with 4:54 to go here in the first half.
First opportunity to change the scoreboard now in about 4 or 5 minutes of play.
Good way to get off the schneid right here with a couple of free throws. Oh.
Well, and you always say that as a shooter, there's nothing you like better than that 15-footer with nobody in your face to kind of get your rhythm going again.
It really does help, Jeff. You get a little concentration. You're feeling good about yourself, and you're out there all by your lonesome. And you've shot that ball probably 10,000 times in your life as a basketball player.
So the first one was a double iron and off. This one is going to be a little double iron and a drop. So 19-14 as the Warriors finally get off that 13-point schneid. And we'll go back to playing defense down 5 here as we're nearing the midway point of our second quarter.
Western staying in that man-to-man defense.
And Western with their starters back out there. Zay Hardwick kind of looks like the ethyl fuel that fuels this offense. I think they feed off his energy. There is a long shot, maybe an ill-advised shot that time by Behringer. As they're going to move that ball around, get that ball in the middle of Hardwick and see what he'll be able to do. As he'll cruise back across that little skip pass. I think Hardwick takes this shot out of the offense at some point. And boy, that was a lazy cross-court pass, and that got gobbled up. And the shot is made by the Chemics, and that is Wilson Kloa again. The Warriors got to call another timeout. Down 7, 21-14 with 3:55 left in the first. Back in a moment on BCTV.
Sports give so many opportunities to kids. It gives them an opportunity to see where they fit within a team, persevere, understanding how to work with different personalities. Those are the lessons that will make you a successful adult. As a mom, you have to have an understanding of what concussions are.
Concussions are things that are treatable. If we take care of athletes, they will be able to develop and have a long, happy, healthy life.
Back here on BCTV. Mike, why don't you thank some of our great sponsors?
All right, Jeff, our good friends, Covenant Healthcare, the Bay City All Saints Booster Club, Frank's Great Outdoors, the Bay County Sports Hall of Fame, Village and Action Towing, and the official apparel provider of Bay County TV, Sandlot Sports. Thank you, folks. We couldn't do it without you.
Great group of people supporting our program again this year. As there's the skip pass, that is out of the offense, and that's the great finish. That comes after the timeout. They set a play up, and Coach Willie had it executed to perfection.
Yeah, nice. We get the ball, always kind of look opposite. You know somebody's going to be open. Good job by the Warriors. And you made a great point coming out of a timeout.
I think somebody talked to me as that trifecta by Bennett Smith goes, you always look out of a timeout to see what they draw up and if it's successful or not. Coach, I'm still learning from you after all these decades.
You're still putting your grade up on the refrigerator, your report card?
It is S's and S pluses for me. Another turnover for the Western Warriors, another empty trip down the floor. Down 7, the Warriors got to go to the defense as the Chemics back on the offense.
Again, Chemics playing that good man-to-man defense. Jeff, substitution, Sidak out, in for the Warriors. Looks like number 1, Wilson Clola, the senior. 2:52 to go here in the first half.
Yeah, Braden hits. Let's see what he can do coming off the bench as he'll get warmed up and see what he can do for the Western Warriors.
I'm sorry, Braden hits. I'm sorry.
There's a great backdoor cut and a very nice feed, getting him the ball in a position where he can finish. There's another great ball rotation, and that ends up tickling the twine on another trifecta.
That was really nice, Jeff. And as I always said, the ball can travel faster than they can play the defense. And they did a nice job there and got a good look at it for Trey.
Well, Coach Sherman got Lind out for a little quick stretch, and he's back at the table. You definitely know when he's not in the game. That changes what you can do 15 feet on in from the basket.
Yeah.
There's another great look, and starting to feel it. Back-to-back trifectas. Preston Calm with another tickling of the twine.
Just got the old philosophy, you just got to keep burping it up. It's going to go in. You're getting good looks. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Bennett Smith going strong to the hole. That ball knocked away, and
I think they're going to call a foul. Yep.
Boy, I did not see him go up with the hand signifying that. I thought that ball was just out of bounds. There was some contact, but sometimes that stuff in the SVL, they just play on.
Having coached in this league for a few years, it can get very physical, and sometimes they don't get all the calls. I think he didn't raise his hand because he caught the basketball when it got tipped. That's why we didn't see his hand go up. Nice free throw right there by number 4 for the Chemics, Bennett Smith, 27-23, 28-23, the Chemics.
Well, they certainly, after that 11-0 run by Western, have answered the call and just got into a nice rhythm on offense, and it's up to the Warriors to scratch and claw. Only down 5, still very much into this game. Somebody that's feeling it right now, going for his third one. Lind says, I'm not going to try and get that. I just know it's going out of bounds, and it'll be all ours.
Well, and again, when you're shooting those threes, Jeff, and you got to make sure you go for the long rebounds. You got to box out 20 feet, 25 feet away from the basket, and challenge the shot without getting the foul.
Boy, and a lot of times there's nothing more frustrating when you play great defense. You give up a 23 or 24-foot shot, and the rebound comes out 20 feet. There is the rebound, and he got caught with his feet, did a little stutter step. He went Euro, and got the deuce.
He made it across the pond.
Well, he was tiptoeing through the tulips on his way down the lane. Still got the finish, and Lind to the inside, just really, really strong. And again, able to have that left hand. He shields the ball with his body and forced the contact and has a chance to finish the three-point play
the old-fashioned way. That was a strong move right there by Jacob Lind, the senior. He just took it to the rack with some authority and was under control. And again, I always say it, he didn't drop the head and watch it go all the way through.
Just a little bit off. Nice job that time, saving it by Jenkins. Into the offense comes Zay Hardwick. Trying to go underneath. There's the extra pass again.
Good luck.
Very nicely done to Andy Robbins with a soft kiss off the glass for the deuce.
That was a really good look.
Looks like Midland might opt, unless they get a layup, for the last shot of the half, up 30-27.
Good clean game, Jeff. We've only had 3 fouls in this half.
So there's a little bit of a forced shot. Hardwick still with plenty of time to come down the floor in transition. And you know who's got the hot hand right now, just off the mark and just off the fingertips. As Culm couldn't get the shot and Jenkins couldn't reel it in with 1.5 ticks left.
Now that would have went down. This place would have went absolutely berserk. That would have tied the game. 1.5, like you said, Jeff. Chemics up 3.
Hardwick's got an opportunity for a wide open 3-ball up the back iron at the end of our first half of play. Midland 30 and Western 27. back in a moment with a very special halftime show right here on BCTV.
Are you ready to gear up and stand out? Look no further than Sandlot, your local source for team uniforms, sports spiritwear, and more. Gear up with confidence. We've got your team covered from head to toe, ensuring you stand out on and off the field. And that's not all. Unleash your team spirit with custom spiritwear that roars success. Wait, it gets better. Introducing our free fundraising online stores. Effortlessly raise funds for your team while showing your pride. Customize your fundraising to reach your team goals. Get started online at sandlotsports301.com or at any one of our 3 convenient Great Lakes Bay locations. Sandlot, where quality, community, and apparel collide. Your team, our passion.
If you have followed Western baseball for the last 4 years, then you no doubt know the name of Luke, of course. We certainly want to honor and recognize Luke for a couple of special achievements from his senior year last year. Luke was a 4-year starter at Western in baseball. He also played basketball for 3 years. I want to share just a couple of his many achievements and records that he attained while he was here. During these 4 years, Western won 128 games in those 4 years, which I think is probably the most in the state in those 4 years. Luke would probably tell you that a lot of that is a good team, getting surrounded by a good team. They would not have done that without Luke. In his 4 years, he set a school record with 31 wins as a pitcher. He set a school record with 340 strikeouts as a pitcher. He was a 2-time All-State, 2-time Dream Team player, which recognizes as the top player in the state. Another thing I know that was a big deal to Luke is that he also was instrumental in leading us to the Final Four in East Lansing in his junior and senior year, which is a huge accomplishment. The reason we're honoring him tonight is because at the end of his senior year, he was recognized as Mr. Baseball in the state of Michigan, which goes to the top senior in the state. I was there the night that the coaches and the coaching association voted him Mr. Baseball. I nominated him, and I can tell you a pleasant, much discussion. He had made a name for himself before then, and so it was pretty much a no-brainer. That's an incredible achievement. The state of Michigan has a great high school baseball. So we followed that up about a month later by being drafted in the 6th round by the Los Angeles Angels in the 159th pick in the entire country, high school and college players. He's the only high school player in Michigan to be drafted last year. And the last thing I want to say, and he's got about probably 20 or 30 teammates that have come here to be with him. He said, I think his teammates, his coaches would all agree that last year Luke had a lot of things on his plate, a lot of expectations, a lot of pressure, a lot of things going on behind the scenes. But this young man could not have handled it any better, any more mature, class, humility. He prepared himself. He led the team. And as much of a greater player he is, I think his qualities as a young man probably even surpass his qualities as a baseball. So I want to present the plaque for Mr. Baseball that he was awarded last year. And the banner that you see over here, in the very near future, will be put up in the corner, which is kind of a little special place for some of our greatest Matt Costello is up there, some of our great basketball players here at Western. And Luke's Mr. Baseball banner will be displayed up there for anybody that ever comes back to Western to see it again. He certainly earned it, and we are proud to honor him tonight. And Luke would like to say a couple words.
Yeah, I'll keep it short. I just want to give a few thanks out today. First off, Miss Cox, Mr. Frisbee, everyone who put this on today, I appreciate it. It really means a ton, and this is awesome, and something I'll always remember. Second, all my friends and my old teammates, thank you guys, just always making my game fun, making it fun, and just always making sure that I'm bright-minded and we had fun. Lastly, my parents, thank you guys very much for everything. I really thank you guys enough. I don't think you guys know what you guys do in the world to me. You never pushed me to do anything, and you guys gave me guidance and let me fall in love and do what I wanted to do, so I thank you guys for that. And the 4 coaches as well, my 4 baseball coaches, Coach Matt, Coach B, Coach Bubba, and Coach B was. Thank you guys for always pushing me to be my best. You guys could have let me coach and take it easy, but you guys knew that there was more in me, and I always appreciate you guys for that. So thank you.
Congratulations, look at the chorus.
Good evening and welcome back to our Village in Action Towing halftime show here in a game that started off all Western, and Midland really responded well.
Well, I tell you what, Jeff, when this game started, it was 11-0 run by the Warriors, and you're thinking well, Western's just going to run away with this game, but it didn't happen that way. Midland got hot, went on that 17-2 run, got themselves right back in the game, and they're up by 3 here at halftime.
Again, after that 17-2 run, it was back and forth the rest of the way. You got to credit Western. They really didn't leave their offense. They got good shot opportunities. They just went cold for about 5 minutes.
Yeah, and that stretch was, like you said, they were getting good shots and they had good looks. They just weren't going down, but they stuck with their game plan, their offense. Went to a man-to-man defense, Jeff, and sometimes you get a little more pep in your step when you're on the man-to-man defense. And they got themselves back in the game and down 3 here at the half.
I really think that couple of possessions that they went man, that first couple, it took Midland a chance a little bit to adjust to it, but I think both teams really finished strong, and I'm really excited about the second half.
Yeah, this is going to be a real exciting second half, Jeff. Western's found the hoop. Midland was real steady at their game, so this second half is going to be a doozy.
Can't wait for it. If it's anything like the first half, it's going to be lots and lots of fun. That about puts the wraps on our Village in Action Towing halftime show. Back with all the second half action in just a moment on BCTV. So your car is getting towed and you're not sure where to take it? Try Village Towing and Auto Repair. Our expert mechanics are here to help assist you with all your repair needs. We have over 30 years of experience with motor vehicles, so you know you're getting the best work that you can find. Stop by the shop at 2377 South Huron Road in Coquitlam or give us a call at 989-684-9607. Back here on Bay County TV, just in time to start the third quarter. Jeff Dodd and Mike Wisdala, pleased to have you along here. And our basketball kickoff classic here for the 25-26 basketball season. Double team underneath, out of bounds, and it'll go back over to the Western Warriors. Again, catching that double team, using the baseline as the third defender.
Well, and no reaching, like you said earlier in the broadcast, Jeff. Don't reach, just have your hands up and then drop them down, but don't reach, and the Warriors did a great job right there.
Hands up, hands out, and use that third defender. Zay Hardwick comes up just a little bit short. Had that great open look, couldn't get it to fall, but now he's going to transition into some great defense.
Boy.
He just sidestepped what would have been a big screen.
Zay and number 11 for Metz and Shepherdson are having a nice little battle right out here at the point guard position.
And there's a great look underneath the Lynn, and they're going to have a ball out of bounds, and there's not a foul there. They're just calling it out of bounds, but that was a nice give and go to Lynn as he looked like he was going to the basket, but the Warriors anticipated.
Well, it was a nice job right there, Jeff, and Lynn just got it knocked out of his hands, so it'll be out of bounds underneath for the Chemics.
And when Lynn goes there, he draws the double team. That allows Shepherdson to be wide open, squared up the Tootsies and let it fly.
That was a great pass right there because he knew that a double team was coming from his backside. Somebody's open opposite all the time.
But it's nice when you're 6'8" with that vision to be able to see over, around, and through the defense. The hot hand from the first half picks up where he left off. Tickle in the twine. Preston Calm with a 3-ball to start the third for the Western Warriors.
Preston doing a really nice job tonight for the Warriors, keeping them in this ball game. He is hot at the end of the second quarter. He's hot still.
That ball is definitely off the mark. You can tell from where we were standing that it was off, and Hardwick has that skip pass going back. He's going to have an opportunity. He wanted to go down underneath, and again, Lind altered that shot. Hardwick is going to have another opportunity, and he sends that off a Chemic defender. Hardwick's playing with some energy here in the third.
He's doing a nice job right there, Jeff, and real smart play, throwing it off the Chemic player. It'll be out of bounds for the Warriors underneath their own basket.
Another play, though, where Jacoby Lind alters the path of that shot.
And you know he's always there, Jeff. It's always in the back of your head. So, if he comes to help, somebody's going to be open. But with that big wingspan, he's got the opportunity to do a lot of damage.
Like that bounce pass as the skip pass goes across. Very hard when you throw that skip pass down around the ankle of the defender. Tough for them to get down before that ball scoots by him.
Midland doing a nice job. Looking to the short corner right there behind the basket. But Lynn, with that big wingspan again, knocked the ball out of bounds.
So as they go back across the grain again, the Warriors will reset the show with 5:40 left in the third. Hardwick wide open with a great look. Tickle in the twine as he squared up the feet and let it fly.
Well, he felt you just could tell that was going in. He just looked so comfortable on that shot.
And he's only a junior, too, so he's definitely got a lot of basketball ahead of him out here at the cornfield.
Warriors looking for a travel right there, Jeff. A lot of referees.
Yep, there's a whole lot of people that are reffing. And again, that skip pass again, great look, just off the mark. Attempted to go in that time as Sidok couldn't get it to go. And the Chemics are going to take a timeout with the score tied here at 33 with 5:01 left in the third. Back in a moment on BCTV.
Founded in 1991, the Bay County Sports Hall of Fame is dedicated to celebrating and preserving the history of sports in Bay County. From individual awards to entire teams, we strive to induct the best of sportsmanship and outstanding achievement at the high school, collegiate, and professional levels. We also recognize our President Awards winner yearly, which honors an individual who gives their time to benefit the local sports community here in Bay County. As of 2025, the Hall of Fame has inducted 263 individuals, 70 teams, and has awarded $149,000 in scholarships to local student athletes. Join us in November for our annual induction banquet honoring our latest class of Hall of Fame inductees. Visit our website at baycountysportshof.com for banquet tickets, lifetime membership, or donation, and like us on Facebook to keep up to date on all things Bay County Sports Hall of Fame.
Back here on BCTV, Jeff Doan and Mike Wisdala, glad to have you along. Looking at the long-time principal out here, Judy Cox at Bay City Western, and she just is like the Energizer Bunny. She just keeps going and going.
I had a chance to talk to Judy. Judy and I and a lot of the staff go back a long ways in my time in the Bay City Public Schools, Jeff, and she's one of the good ones, and I really enjoyed seeing her and talking about the old days.
They are fun, and the many, many moons that she and Tim Marciniak at longtime Central principal.
We talked about Tim a little bit, too.
Yep. As Hardwick played some tough D. Don't reach and not be able to finish off a great defensive try. Look at Lynn. He goes with a righty. Can't get it to drop. And Linda's going to get that ball into the backcourt, and Hardwick down on the floor just bumps into Shepherdson. And, boy, that's a tough foul to get when you're 50 feet from the basket.
I'll tell you, that was a great job by Lynn just tapping it back to Shepherdson to get him the ball. But, a tough, really physical stretch of basketball played right there in about 30 seconds.
You could see a lot of processing from the officials, too, and Lynn tipped it into the backcourt. Who had possession last? Was that going to be an over and back or just another good play? Hardwick gets the steal, but his backside is on the sideline. And the ball will go back over to Midland.
Well, Jeff, anytime a kid gets on the floor like that, that's a great thing. Those kids are hustling and playing really, really hard. I like to see kids get on the floor like that. Nice pass.
Boy, Hardwick just altered that a little bit, and that ball's going to go back over to the Western Warriors. But we've played almost half of this third quarter, and neither team has found any great offensive rhythm here so far.
Yeah, I think the defensive end of the floor for both squads is picked up. They're playing really, really hard man-to-man, and they're getting after it. So that's going to cause a little bit of problems on the offensive end for both squads.
Well, and like I talked earlier in the game, I think the first team that gets to 60 is definitely going to win this game. It's going to be a mid-50s score, and two shots missed on the play, and the ball finally goes out of bounds as it's last touched by Hitz. And the ball goes back over to Midland. So the Warriors coming in with a substitute, and that's Andy Robbins, another junior, another good-sized kid, seeing if he can bang heads with Lynn down in the paint.
Yeah, they've got a young squad, Jeff, and a lot of these young players are getting a lot of playing time here in league play and out of league play. So you're getting – in the Valley, you're going to get some physical play.
Trying to go to the hole. That great extra skip pass. Shepherdson was sitting there waiting for it, and he lit it up.
He's got a good-looking shot. He's very confident, too, when he catches the rock.
Well, and he knows where he needs to be open, and he doesn't take a long time deciding to let it go. Lynn with another rejection off of Hitz in transition up 3 come the Midland High Chemics. Lind is going to take it to the hole, and he got that extra half step. And unfortunately for the Western Warriors, Robbins gets him with the body. But what an explosive first step for the big fella going to the hole.
Well, that was a great first step, like you said, Jeff. I think he was going to try to dunk that ball. He was going up with some authority, but a good job by Andy Robbins. A good clean foul. He blocked, got a lot of ball, but he also got a lot of body.
So good thing that shot went in, because that would have been a lane violation by the Western Warriors. But the shot goes in, and it's not. You got to be aware when you're there. Once you're set, you got to wait till that first shot goes. You've got 2 shots, plenty of time after the first if you're going to back out.
Robbins just picked up his 4th personal foul for the Warriors. 38-33, 3:12 and counting to go here in the third quarter.
Now a 5-point lead for the Midland High Chemics. So Hardwick, not an opportunity to get that shot off as they move back around the horn. Hits coming back up top. They get that ball to Jenkins. Hardwick kind of forces the activity, can't get the shot to drop. Tip misses by Hits, and the ball coming back over to Midland. As down the floor they go wide open for a 3-ball, and a great transition offense, and unfortunately Western can't get the rebound.
Your favorite rebound right there, backside rebound. You like that.
I love when they do it upright, and there is the foul on Colm. I like that foul by Colm. You're beat. You're going to give up a layup. You might as well make them earn 2 at the free throw line.
Absolutely. That was a good foul. I like the way number 14, Lynn, passes the basketball. He does a really nice job for 6'8". He's got a good look at it and throws a really nice pass.
6-point lead for the Midland High Chemics with 2:28 left in the third. Second free throw attempt forthcoming. A little bit short, last touched, and this will go back over to Midland.
Whoa.
And that's where your center official has that great look at it. As the lead official, you're looking at the banging and clanging under the basket. Your eyes are normally down. That center official comes up with what I believe was the correct call.
I thought it was too. I thought it went off both of them, but again, I was wrong.
Boy, and just a little bit too far out. Hits could not save that ball, and boy, you just put a little touch on that, and you got an easy layup. And instead another turnover, down 6, the Warriors got to go to the defense.
Put a little air under that, Jeff, and that's a layup. So it'll be 2:18 to go here in the third quarter. Midland up 6.
As that ball goes back up.
Too much air that time.
Hit steps out of bounds. If he's that close to the sideline, you could have let it go and set the offense, but he was looking to get that angle and get to the glass and score. And unfortunately, the big toe got on the sideline.
You get those big eyes, you want to get that ball, take it in for an easy layup.
So Western moving out some 38 feet from the basket, trying to force the activity here and see if they can get another turnover. As Lynn down on the baseline draws the double team, and a great extra look as that went to Kloa. And Kloa was kind of lonely under the basket all by himself.
That was another nice pass by Lynn to Kloa with a little teardrop in the lane.
Hits doing a great job of getting that ball back into the possession for the Warriors, down 8. Wide open 3-ball, maybe the biggest trifecta of the game by Jackson Jenkins, pulling him back within 5.
Well, that was a big one, Jeff. They needed that. They haven't made a basket in a few minutes, and a nice job by Jenkins to get that.
Boy, and they tried to throw that up to Lynn. That was probably an ill-advised pass, but also good defense to shut Lynn off from roaming free on the baseline.
Yeah, that was a nice job, Jeff. And Lynn was going up strong, but a nice job by the defense of the Bay City Western Warriors on the backside. Down 5 with 1:10 to go in the third.
Hardwick into the front court. Plays off the screen. Jenkins back to Calm, into the corner for Hits. Trying to go backdoor. Lynn read the eyeballs and just floated back. And again, his body didn't get in position, but those long arms got there and gobbled it up.
He did a nice job, and he was looking at the ball. He knew where the ball was, knew where his man was, and then swacked off his man and made that nice interception with 56 ticks to go here in the third.
It's almost like he's playing his own zone defense on the floor, and he's got free reign in the paint, and he played very, very well. Lind again, as they tried to make that happen, just off the mark. And I think if Lind gets that and controls it and goes up, he's got an easy deuce, but he was trying a one-motion slam.
He was definitely going up for the slam, Jeff, but again, a big opportunity here for Bay City Western.
And Zay Hardwick with a little stop and go out on the right wing, froze the defender and cruises to the hole for 2.
41-38, 25 seconds to go. There's a big shot right. Woo-wee! That looked good again from where we were sitting by number 4, Bennett Smith.
And Bennett turns right around and smiles at all the fans from Midland because he said, I had that thing just dialed in from the time it left my fingertips.
Looked good from where we were sitting, didn't it?
It sure did. 6-point lead now with 5 seconds left. Hardwick going to the hole with a little scoop shot for the deuce. At the end of 3, it's 44-40. We got ourselves a great one. Back in a moment for the Final 8 on BCTV.
Your husband is having a heart attack. The ambulance crew asks,
which hospital?
Before you answer, consider this. Covenant Healthcare is the region's most preferred hospital for both emergency and heart care. With an expert team of board-certified cardiologists and the Great Lakes Bay region's first and largest structural heart disease program.
Take us to Covenant.
Good answer.
Back here on BCTV as we just watched those kick line going. I said, Quist, you and I could do that, but we'd end up with about 8 ibuprofen and need a hot tub and a masseur after we tried to do that. Oh, it's just a cramp. Western with the first offensive possession to start the 4th quarter. Not much going on underneath as Jenkins gets the ball back up top. Calm has got the dribble and just stays inside the half-court line. As Hardwick underneath, he says, I'm going to turn around, so I'm facing the basket. I feel like I could make a little better move, but the defense really hounding the Warriors on this first possession.
Boy, Midland very active here to start the 4th quarter on defense.
Great opportunity, a nice shot. Unfortunately, wouldn't drop. Bennett Smith, with that play, and now he's going down the baseline. The Western defense makes it happen.
Good call.
And that ball did last touch Bennett Smith.
We're not in our usual spot at midcourt because of the big crowd this game, Jeff, but it's nice being down here at the end. You kind of get a little different perspective of some things going down on the baseline.
Well, it changes your angles a little bit.
Sure
We've
does.
Definitely seen some stuff that as that long 3 ball goes up, unable to finish, but boy, Hitch gets the rebound and kisses it soft off the glass for the deuce on a putback.
Put the Warriors down 2 with 6:39 and counting to go here in the basketball game. Jeff, typical Saginaw Valley League basketball game tonight here at Bay City Western.
Boy, loved that first step to the hole. Little bit late on the whistle. Probably the right call, though. And I don't mind them taking a split second, process it, and get it right.
Yep. And again, that was another angle that we don't normally see, and we were right there, Jeff, and I think you are correct that the Chemic player is going to go to the line to shoot 2 with 6:30 to go.
Well, and again, that explosive first step to the hole gets by the defender, and the defender is trying to play reaction then to make up that ground.
But I think Gibbs Blaylock has a little hop in him. He was ready to take. I think he was going to try to slam that ball going up. So, nobody ever gets a freebie. Good, clean, hard foul.
Yep, absolutely. And he split the 2 at the line as the Warriors down 3 with possession. Going from downtown, Hardwick with the long rebound.
Nice pass.
Off the Cobb, and Cobb can't get it to go in the hole. He's going to get 2 at the line. What a great piece of action there in the last transition.
Nice cut away from the ball, and number 2, Hardwick, really did a nice job with that bounce pass there, Jeff, with a little bit of a no-look pass by Zay. Looked really good at the line for the Warriors. Preston Collins going to shoot 2. First one up. Nothing but net.
And I've seen numerous occasions tonight where Western is utilizing the bounce pass, and I really feel like the bounce pass is turning into a lost art.
It has been a lost art, Jeff, and there's certain times when you should use it, and there's certain times when, it's not supposed to be used, but the Warriors have been very effective tonight.
As it is now a 2-point ball game, a 1-point game, with 6 minutes and 15 seconds left in the game. That ball goes off of the Western Warriors, tipping the ball away. As coming into the game for Western will be Luke Arnold, and that is replacing Jenkins. And looks like Midland's going to call a 30-second timeout. Midland up by 1 with 6 and 10 left. Back in a moment on BCTV.
In life, things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
Back here on BCTV, let's thank a few of our great sponsors.
All right, Jeff, the official apparel provider of Bay County TV, the Sandlot Sports Village Action and Towing, Bay County Sports Hall of Fame, Frank's Great Outdoors, the Bay City All Saints Booster Club, and who could forget our friends from Covenant Healthcare.
With that brand new location opening up in Essexville.
Yep.
Little outpatient ready-med clinic, so great addition to the Covenant family. Look at Hardwick with that great step to the hole. You knew as soon as he turned on the Benny in the Jets, he was going to the hole strong. Gets the deuce to drop. He'll go back to the free throw line to try and finish off the three-point play the old-fashioned way. Indeedly-do.
That was a nice take to the rack, Jeff. Kept his head up, watched it all the way through, got bumped, and that was a strong move. He got hit pretty good.
As you've talked about numerous times, look at the angle we had on that play as well. It opened right up at a great angle in front of us.
Looked like the sea parting.
Charlton Heston looked like he was out there, the Red Sea. And they're just a little aggressive by Cohen. And what you got to do now is you have got to keep track. It's only the second foul, but you don't want this to turn into a free throw shooting match down the stretch. Play tough defense. Move your feet, keep your arms out and up, and this game will flow.
And one other thing on defense, communicate with each other. You got to talk on defense. Referees are letting these kids play a little bit tonight, so you got to communicate.
Shepherdson into the front court. Western showing a little zone, little 2-3. And a shot into the corner. Probably not the best advised shot. Is coming down at the other end, trying to make that extra pass, but good transition defense that time by the Chemics.
Yeah, good look, nice fast break by Bay City Western, good transition offense, but again, like you said, Jeff, getting back on defense were the Chemics. Western up by 2 with 5:25 to go here in the ball game.
They're going to slide around. Look at that. Very, very nicely done. And the inbound pass to Sidak.
Good patience taking that out of bounds. 5 seconds is a long time, Jeff.
After about 3, though, it gets a little hairy. Does. And again, there's just another reach and foul that you wish that they would just play great defense.
Foul's going to be on the Warriors. That's fouls on number 1, Braden Hitz. His second, team foul number 3 for the Warriors. Chemics will get it out of bounds underneath their own basket.
As Lynn gets that soft left hand, and you get him that close to the basket, and he is automatic.
They need to get him a little bit more involved in the game, Jeff. He's been kind of quiet here in the third and in the fourth quarter, excuse me.
Yeah, the Warriors with unforced turnover that time with 4:54 left. Down 2, the Chemics are going to have their hands back on the ball with an opportunity to tie or take the lead.
Still going to play that 2-3 matchup zone out of the Bay City Western Warriors.
Boy, Hitz just a split second late being able to take that one in transition. And they're going to have a 3-second violation. That is a forgotten call.
I was just about to say, you don't see that call very much anymore. You definitely don't see it in the pro game.
Well, Lind was definitely down there, and he made a sandwich, started a campfire at the KOA, and just couldn't get out.
In the NBA, you park a camper in that 3 seconds.
Moving it around, great open look just off the front iron. The rebound, though, on the backside, and the putback, Preston Calm.
Ooh, I like the way that young man plays.
Yeah, that was a soft touch. That's a hard shot from about 5 on the baseline.
Yep, that is a tough shot.
And there comes the answer. Beautiful shot. Bennett Smith, you could tell again when that left his hands. That was
pretty,
destined for the bottom of the net.
We got to sit down here more often on this end.
Shot is missed, but a good job of getting the rebound. Unable to keep their hands on it was Luke Arnold. The turnover goes back over to Midland High.
You know, with that three-point shot, Jeff, it's almost like a layup anymore for these kids, and that just keeps you right in the game. You're really never out of a game. Down 7, you could get yourself right back in this thing.
You know, when I look at this 2-3, what differentiates it from another form of 2-3 is they're 25, 26 feet from the basket when they incorporate it. They don't pack it in at the three-point line.
They want to pick them up early and make them start moving the ball around, then maybe drop back a little bit. But then when it gets back out to the point, pick them up again.
And it changes some passing
Sure
angles,
does.
too, when you're out that far. Hardwick's looking for a screen as he draws a second defender, trying to go underneath. Don't force that ball. You got all the time in the world. And again, they try and force the ball on the inside and turn it over.
Here come the Chemics, and they're down 1.
You know who was ready to burp right there.
Wee.
He was stuck in his spot. He's got to be careful. He's a couple of times, he's given that extra little look, and that is a POE, point of emphasis this year, that they're not really wanting that to happen. They don't want those things to escalate. As Hardwick goes, and we're going to have 2 shots. As Lind probably did a nice job, too. Knew he was beat by a half step. Let's make him earn 2 at the line.
Yep, that was a good foul, Jeff. The Chemics are up 53-51, 2:47 to go. Lots of time at the line for the Bay City Western Warriors, the junior point guard, Zay Hardwick. He's had a nice game tonight.
Yes, he has. First free throw is very nice, soft touch. Draws a couple of pieces of iron and then softly through the cotton.
Jacoby Lind, first foul of the evening, Jeff, for that young man from Midland, the 6'8 senior.
He plays under control for a big fella.
He sure does.
Second free throw attempt from Hardwick. Look at that. Another soft touch, friendly roll of the home irons. Gets both at the line.
Always nice to have the home iron.
Oh, for definite.
It's like Tawas.
Yes,
we used to go up there.
As the ball gets knocked out of bounds. Back over to the Midland High Chemics with 2:35 left at a tie game, 53-53.
That's exactly what we thought was going to happen here in the second half, like we talked about in our pregame show.
And in Lind, again, when you're defending a player like Lind, most 99% of the guys you play against are going to be right-hand dominant.
Yep.
He goes with that left-hand dominant, and he's soft off the glass with that. And just a little bit of contact, he's strong enough to power through it.
He's done a nice job, and like you said, Jeff, he does have a nice touch off the glass. He uses it quite a bit. And you know what? That's a lost art, too. There's not a lot of kids that can shoot off the glass anymore. And I think it's a point of emphasis that it's coming back. That's why we spent $1,000 to put that glass up there.
Yep, I think back to the days when John Wooden used that as a point of emphasis, and his players used the glass to their advantage.
Bill Walton loved to use the glass.
3-point lead right now for the Midland High Chemics. Western trying to get the equalizer just off the mark, and a great backside rebound. And we had Bennett Smith have that ball tipped off the fingers, going strong the other way, unable to finish. And I think Midland's going to kind of settle down into the offense. No way they're going to burp up the 3, and they can't get it in the backside rebound. Goes to number 3 side out.
They haven't met a shot they don't like yet.
And again, trying to go down the floor. And that ball is knocked away by Midland, down 3 with $1:51 left. The Warriors on offense.
This is what we expected. We got timeout on the floor, Jeff.
We'll take a break and be back in a moment on Bay County TV.
Here is where the next generation is born. But we're also the birthplace of innovation, advanced treatments, second chances, and hope. At Covenant Healthcare, we're the most preferred health system because of the trust we have built across generations. And our leadership continues with the next generation. Choose extraordinary. Choose Covenant Healthcare.
Welcome back here for the final $1:51.
Oh, Granny, don't leave your rocker now.
Hold on to your seat cushions. This one's going right down to the end.
Ooh, this has been a really good basketball game, Jeff. Kids are playing hard. What a great way to kick off our basketball season 25-26.
The Warriors getting ready to inbound the ball. And a shot just up a little bit strong from Gillis. But look who's coming strong to the hole. Zay Hardwick can't get the shot to drop. Lind is out there with a Windex just cleaning the glass.
Yeah, he got up high for that one, Jeff, and did a nice job of grabbing that rebound.
I look for them to be patient on offense now. They got a 3-point lead. Bennett Smith is their best outside shooter. Shepardson as well. But I kind of look as Hardwick creates team foul number 5, which is going to put them on the free throw line. Now's the point in the ball game where you look back at maybe like the second and third team foul of this quarter. You wish you had them back.
Yeah, absolutely, Jeff. And the Warriors came out. We're playing man-to-man against the Chemics. And at the line is number 4, Bennett Smith, for the Midland Chemics, and he'll shoot 2 free throws.
I think he's their best shooter on this team. First one goes off the mark after a double iron. He'll get another opportunity. I'm up in this ball game by 3 running the offense. I run the offense through Lind in the post, and he goes in and out as the second shot is in. It's a 2-possession game. The Warriors coming into offense.
Also, Jeff, if you're going to do that, you've got to make sure you take care of the basketball. Even if you don't think you're going to get fouled, they're coming after you possibly.
Well, the thing I like about your 6'8" seeing it is he sees over the double team and stuff going on. Halfway through again, unable to finish, and here comes the rebound. And down into the offensive set, just nothing there. Now you go through offense through Lind, and look at Lind going strong to the hole. Splits 2 defenders and makes it look easy.
Just like you said, Coach, you called it. They got him and he took it to the rack, and that was a tough, strong move by that young man. Foul on the play against the Chemics, and that'll be team foul number 4. It'll be out of bounds in front of the Warrior bench with 48.2 to go.
Boy, that's an interesting call by the center official on this side. You think that ball is sitting in front of once it crosses midcourt. That ball goes back over on that side to see as Hardwick goes up.
There you go.
Herbs up a 3, and quickly Willie Williams takes the timeout with 43.7 ticks left. Back in a moment on BCTV.
For over 75 years, Frank's Great Outdoors has served as the Great Lakes Bay region's premier hunting, fishing, and outdoor shopping destination. What started in the mid-1940s as a roadside bait and tackle stand has now blossomed into a 30,000 square foot outdoorsman's dream shopping location. Stop by the store located at 1212 North Huron Road in Linwood, or shop online at franksgreatoutdoors.com to find everything you need to get your next outdoor adventure started.
Back here on BCTV, Jeff Doan and Mike Wisdala, glad to have you along. Nick Page producing, directing, and filming the activities tonight. Quiz, this game has lived up to the billing.
Everything we thought it was going to be and more, Jeff. And a little nice ceremony at halftime to go along with it. What a great kid Luke LaCourse is. I had a chance to talk to him, know his mom and dad and the family. That is a quality individual right there.
Absolutely, and that family goes back to the Thomas Lincoln Handy days.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
So you're right, just a great opportunity. And the thing they didn't mention is the young man had a full ride scholarship to Michigan State as a fallback plan. And so he couldn't lose.
That wasn't a bad plan.
No, the first of 2 free throws. It's nothing but the bottom of the net. Bennett Smith coming up long, so he splits 4 free throws here. And with 40 seconds left, look at Hardwick going to the hole. They're going to give him continuation. It's almost the NBA, and the deuce is good, and he'll have a chance to bring it down to a 1-point deficit.
Well, and again, the C split wide open, Jeff, and he took it with some authority, got fouled. Big opportunity. Warriors are down 37.2 to go in the ball game. Let's see what Zay can do for the Western Warriors. It's up and good.
He just exploded down the lane on that last trip.
He knew what he was going to do when he got the ball.
And now Western can afford to play defense for 20 seconds or so as they're coming down the floor.
Nice
Great
pass.
Extra pass, and there is the easy putback deuce.
Boy, Midland was trying to get a timeout, and they just couldn't get it, Jeff.
I think that's a good thing now for them.
Yeah.
Now Western's going to take a timeout with 18 ticks left. Might be their last timeout. We'll check on that and be back in a moment on Bay County TV.
Are you ready to gear up and stand out? Look no further than Sandlot, your local destination for custom screen printing, embroidery, and promotional goods in the Great Lakes Bay region. With not 1, not 2, but 3 convenient locations right here in the heart of the Great Lakes Bay region, we're your MVP when it comes to branded gear that hits the mark. For over 15 years, we've believed in community, in delivering top-tier quality, and in making your brand shine brighter than ever. And guess what? We're not just about sports. From schools to clubs, from businesses to community events, we're your one-stop shop for custom apparel that makes a statement. So if you're ready to elevate your brand, to make an impact, and to fuel your passion, choose Sandlot. Visit us today at one of our 3 unbeatable locations in the Great Lakes Bay region, or check us out online at sandlotsports301.com. Sandlot, where quality, community, and apparel collide. Your brand, our passion.
As Gwiz just said during the break, they start them young here at Bay City Western. Brother, crawling around out there, you might as well get indoctrinated to the cornfield here in a hurry.
There's a lot of room at the end of these baskets here at Bay City Western, so she's having a good time and seeing a great basketball game tonight,
Well,
John.
You know what Mom's all about. Wear them out and they'll fall asleep on the way home. Been there, done that as
Yes,
parents.
we have.
As the Western Warriors, so with 17 seconds left, down 3, looking for pay dirt. Hardwick gets that ball over, long 3 ball, and just hanging on to the ball, and Lind gets the ball, but I think they're going to have a foul before. Bennett Smith was flying down the floor. He was looking to finish.
They just couldn't get an opportunity to turn around, Jeff, but he had a layup. So foul on the Warriors. That foul is on number, didn't see who that, number 3, Chance Sydock, his first. Shepherdson at the line for the Chemics to shoot 2.
He's only got to get one of the 2, and I'd say this thing is pretty much in the books. Well, the first one, the youngster comes up with a solid hunk of the right of the front iron. And Hardwick may have made a slight comment. No call there, but Dave Volk coming up and just saying that won't continue. Shepherdson bend to the knees, flick of the wrist, both off. And the clock, I was going to say, and I would say how. That ball went off the rim. The clock should have started before the timeout because there wasn't possession. They may need to talk about this. There may be a second that needs to come off that clock. We're going to take a quick break, and obviously Western had 1 timeout left. Back in a moment on BCTV.
Founded in 1991, the Bay County Sports Hall of Fame is dedicated to celebrating and preserving the history of sports in Bay County. From individual awards to entire teams, we strive to induct the best of sportsmanship and outstanding achievement at the high school, collegiate, and professional levels. We also recognize our President Awards winner yearly, which honors an individual who gives their time to benefit the local sports community here in Bay County. As of 2025, the Hall of Fame has inducted 263 individuals, 70 teams, and has awarded $149,000 in scholarships to local student athletes. Join us in November for our annual induction banquet honoring our latest class of Hall of Fame inductees. Visit our website at BayCountySportsHOF.com for banquet tickets, lifetime membership, or donation, and like us on Facebook to keep up to date on all things Bay County Sports Hall of Fame.
Back here on BCTV as Shepherdson with 2 big misses gives the Western Warriors, with still 4.2 seconds left, an opportunity here late.
Well, you got 2 options here right now, Jeff. You're going to go with Hardwick or the hot hand, number 23, Preston Calm. So let's see what the Warriors got up the sleeves.
Well, Hardwick wants to take that shot, squares it up, and it's all net, but didn't go through the iron first. That's all there is.
There isn't any more.
Final score in our game, the Midland Icamic 62, the Western Warriors 59. What a game. Back to put the wraps on this one in just a moment on BCTV.
High school sports are meant to be fun.
We love to represent our school.
And we care about our sports.
We know you do too.
And because we all care, it can sometimes get intense.
So let's make the experience more fun for everyone.
We know it's easy to react and shout during games.
But we all make mistakes.
The game is more enjoyable when we hear positive cheering.
Referees are human. Respect their decisions. They aren't perfect.
When you feel like yelling, remember that you represent our school.
We want to win, but just remember to keep the energy positive towards all.
During the season, we spend a lot of time with our coaches. They have a tough job.
Please accept their decisions.
And be thankful for all the time they devoted to making us better.
Thank you for coming to our games and always supporting us.
We couldn't do this without you.
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 Back with our Sandlot Sports post-game activities. Jeff Doan and Mike Wisdala. We saw a game, you called it a great seesaw battle, but both teams back and forth, very hard-fought game.
Yeah, Jeff, it really was. Kids really play hard. We saw a lot of basketball being played tonight. The free throws, great defense by both squads. Offense were good. Shooting was really good. So this was a really, really nice game and a good test for both squads.
Saginaw Valley League game to the hilt. They allowed the kids to play a little bit tonight, which you like to see, but I think one of the differences in this game, Western wanted to have a couple of those early fourth quarter fouls back that they sent Midland to the free throw line.
Yeah, now with that, the rule that's been in effect, 5 fouls, you go shoot 2, and that, so you get to the free throw line, you got to make those. But yeah, I think they'd like to have a couple of those back. But they did a nice job surviving that 17-2 run, got themselves back in the game, just came up a little bit short against a pretty good, scrappy Midland team. And Lynn made a huge difference at 6'8".
Well, and Bennett Smith got them to the stretch drive, but just as we had talked about on this show, the offense has got to run through Lynn. The offense did run through Lynn, and he responded.
He really did, and he's really good off the ball, Jeff, and he works hard to get open, but he's got a great touch when he passes the ball, and he's really good around the basket. He gets to a 6 foot. He's really got a soft touch off the glass also.
Well, your vision is good because you're 6'8", you're seeing over people. Again, he comes with a strong left hand, which people aren't used to defending, and he used that to his advantage as well.
It's tough. If you're not used to defending the left hand, it is different. They do things kind of a little backwards when you're trying to defend, but he did a nice job. I think Western played really well tonight, both ends of the floor, shot the ball really well. This was a typical Saginaw Valley League game, good athletic kids that can shoot the ball, and defensively, I thought both teams were exceptional tonight.
Well, that about puts the wraps on this. Before we go, certainly want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We won't be back till after the first of the year, but just another year that we're truly blessed to be part of Bay County TV.
Yeah, we have been very fortunate, Jeff, to do some. We had a great football season. We did something with the Christmas tree lighting. We had a lot of fun with that. We got another really good basketball schedule. We're going to get to see all the teams. So, and it's a holiday season. Everybody's got a smile on their face.
It's about time to get that holiday season rolling.
Good list? Were you on the good list? Did you find out?
I barely made it.
What about?
You've been there all year long, and St. Nicholas has been there all year long. On behalf of the whole crew, I'm Jeff Doan along with Mike Wisdala. Great job by Nick. Again, always a pleasure to have him running the show. Have a great night. We'll look forward to talking to you in 2026.
We'll see you next year.